been so long that I've been waiting for these days. That I can call you mine, my girl, my baby girl. Welcome to this world of mine, mine. And all I can promise to you is that I'll be there when you cry and when you smile. Daddy loves you, pretty little girl. Thank you for choosing me. the season, my first love. Found my first love. No matter the season, my first love. You change everything. No matter the season, my first love. Found my first love. Daddy loves you. Today's your day, all the family is here. No, you ain't going to work, your manager is there. We came to love you, throw your trouble far away. We are here for you, like you've been for us. Bing up a papa, bing up a mama, bing up a moninga. It's your happy birthday.
You're so good. 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 You're so
Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, I forgot that one. All right. Let's go back from the start. Welcome to Club Shada episode 216 with the mic on this time. As you are watching me, don't forget to put the flag of where you are watching from and what time it is where you are watching from. This show is brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune and yeah, all the new subscribers. See, now they're gone. There they come. Thanks to all the new subscribers in the channel. Thanks for the chat, because damn, people were just chatting and I was just like, there, this. Hey, you know how it is. Hey, this is live. This is how it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work at all. Listen, thanks to all the new subscribers in the channel: Ferdi, Sophie, Laureline, Tricia Sainter, Brahim, etc. We have 191,000 subscribers in the channel, and these last 28 days we had 2,147. Yo, and the channel actually is the first time that the channel makes 1,300,000 views in 1 month, and even revenue up 13%, views up 8%, watch time up. So that's beautiful. Slowly but surely we are building something that is great, and it's thanks to you. So don't forget to put your like first of all, and let's get into it. I want to acknowledge first of all, as we are starting, I want to acknowledge our stream royalty for the month of June. Bala Crypto, who did a generous donation of $25 2 episodes ago, I believe, or was last episode, I don't know, because I missed one episode. And I also want to thank all the sponsors who come here and and are chilling with us. So thanks a lot for being here. Happy birthday, La Milliardaire. My guy, 21 million. How are you? Listen, I'm ready when you're ready. This space is your space. Whenever you want to have a long NFT conversation, you just tell me. We'll find a way to. I can just put a picture of your lion just there. Like, imagine we're gonna have a conversation. Wait. That's what I was thinking when you were tweeting like how to do it, and I was like, we just have a normal conversation, like on WhatsApp or something like that, or Skype or whatever it is we use. And then, for example, let me use one of my NFTs. Use the sleeves, for example. Let me find one that I like. Number 699. I know I like number 699. For example, we just hear your voice, and I just put a photo like this, and boom, we have a show somewhere. I just put myself on the side, and blam, there we go. That's just an idea. Yeah, I know. Okay, I get it. You see, the thing is this. It's a good thing that right on my vision path, right here, I have the camera here, and just here on the corner of the screen, I got the chat. That's the good thing. Because when I was like, no sound, I was like, what do you mean no sound? And then here, I can see. No, let me show you. How do you go to interview? Wait. Oh, where is it now? Option, live demo mode. Like, see, as you can see here on the side, I have all your comments, and here I have the sound level. So when I'm not talking, it's just the music. So when you guys were saying no sound, I was just looking at this meter, and I was like, oh shit. Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes things happen. That's the beauty of it. Anyway, again, everybody, prepare all your hearts and your flowers and your birthday cake, because it was La Milliardaire's birthday. When was it? Oh, yesterday actually. So happy birthday, La Milliardaire. Bruno, I hope you're good as well. Nadia, I hope you're good. 1:56 a.m. in France. Bruno, The Algarve is about to be full of people. It's gonna be crazy. Soumaramil, what's goody? My pleasure. And actually, I also want to tell you, let me go to my Instagram to show you what I just posted, because today is actually, right now, this past hour, it is now my daughter's birthday. So yes, Asha is 5 years old. This is the first photo I'm gonna post. It's gonna be for tonight, but so if you wanna go on Instagram and put a happy birthday, you can do that. Yeah, she's 5 now. That's crazy. Let me go to her Instagram. Look at her now. She's so big. Can't believe that. Yeah, a baby girl is 5 years old. She doesn't even look 5. She looks 7. But yeah, you know, it has been nothing short of joy to be her father. There's something about having a boy, but having a daughter is something that is out of this world. So everybody, put me some birthday cakes in the chat for La Milliardaire, and also for my baby girl Asha. As I was posting photos of her, I was reliving all the moments of these past 5 years. The moment where she got Kawasaki syndrome and she was at the hospital for a week. I was crying every day. As I was watching those photos, I was like, wow, the videos of me not being able, because of COVID time, not being able to be at the hospital, and just being there outside the window down there, and her being happy to see me come there 3 times a day. And then even, you know, like, she was born in this neighborhood, she was born in this hospital. So I was remembering 5 years ago. I was even remembering like 6 years ago when I told my wife I would love to have a baby with you, and how like it was emotional for her too, the fact that it was the first time that somebody ever asked her that. And even me, just like after all these years of not wanting to have a kid, because just moving too much in the world, and just being rolling all around the world, and being too busy with my music and my businesses, I didn't want to relieve the fact of having a baby without being there to live every step of the way this time. So being a little more comfortable and in a different life setting. And it was like, especially with a girl, like I really want her to know that she has a father figure that is supporting her like her whole life, and that might not agree with her on everything, of course, but will always give her my support, whatever the thing, and always give her my love even when we disagree. And yeah, I remember, you know, when they told me, like, I wanted a girl, and I remember when the doctor said like 96% chance it's gonna be a girl. I was like I start crying every day, like, in my whole world, it's like that feeling that I feel today of love. I started feeling it at that moment, like, of the role that you have when you have a boy is a role of protection, of course, is a role of guidance, And of course, when Ilian was a baby, it was the same emotion of, oh my God, I'm gonna have a baby, etc. But there was a lot of, oh my God, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't have money. How are we gonna do? How are we gonna buy milk? Those were like all the questions that were going through my mind at the same time, because it was more a surprise at that time in 2003. Whereas soon as Ilian was born, it was when I released On the Quoi in 2003. Like, I think it was released a few months after it was born, and I went from what am I gonna do? I'm like, I wasn't a struggling artist, but I was living from show to show. To I have a hit song that is like the biggest song in Africa back in the days at that time. So all of a sudden, I was just traveling to Ivory Coast, to Congo, to Benin, to Gabon, to Senegal, and then all around France, Belgium, and then it was the US. Like, all of a sudden I was performing like 2 to 3 times a week, and sometimes 2 times the same night. And now I was making way more money than I needed. So I could not only pay my, I didn't have a rent in Paris. I was in one of my mother's apartment, but in Belgium I was paying my rent because the mother of my son lives at that time, she used to live in Brussels. So I took an apartment with her in Brussels, and I was just back and forth between studio time and touring during the week, and on the weekends I would be in Brussels. But it was not the same thing. You discovering something, because yourself, you are building yourself as a person. You are building yourself as a man. You are still learning who you are, what do you want, all these things. So you're still not there yet. And I remember that when my son got 10 in 2013, I said to myself, I don't want to leave this. Like, I don't want to spend every weekend seeing a boy being brokenhearted because I have to leave. And I could see in his eyes every time I would take the train, like, it was not enough. You leaving already? And he was even not talking at that time. So it was traumatic for him. It was traumatic for him. He turned out to be a great kid, a great man. Even now he's 19. But I said to myself, nah, I don't want to live this until I'm stable, I settle down. So when I met my wife 9 years ago, and at a point I was like, yeah, listen, life is good now. I live in a great place. I live in the best neighborhood in Lisbon. I pay my rent once a year. I have the possibility to do that through all the work I did, all the sacrifices that I did all the last 20 years. So because I live from my catalog, I don't live under the pressure that a lot of artists do. And I live very comfortably, I would say. I feel very lucky, because even when I had COVID and I was like, am I gonna see the next day? I still had money coming in every day. So I was like, damn, now that I'm rich, I'm gonna die. So it's when I arrived to this point in my life, that's when I said, yeah, I want a baby, and this time I want to do it right or different. No, right. You have to own the sacrifices that you did. And I said to myself, I want to do it right. I would love to have a girl, but even if it's a boy, I want to see everything. I want to see him walk for the first time. I don't want to receive photos when they walk for the first time, or they stand for the first time, or whatever they do for the first time. Like, you don't want to be on the other side of the world for a month on tour and then discovering all these things. I want to see those things. I want to take her to school or him to school like every day, the morning. I want to like all this. I want to change the diapers, like all that stuff. And so when they told me it was a girl, yo, like it made the mission completely different, because then I felt also everything it is to be a woman in this world, and everything you have to shield her from, and everything you're gonna have to teach her from guys like yourself, like all these things, and all these things that you have to accept that are gonna happen. Oh, like, yeah, somebody gonna break her heart one day. You cannot like believe that it's gonna happen. It's like it will happen, and you're gonna have to be there, and to have the right words at that moment, to be the rock at that moment. And you have to remember that you broke some hearts, and you got your heart broken too, but you're gonna have to understand, like, yeah, one day she's gonna bring some guy at home, and you're gonna be like you're gonna have to call all your gangster friends and be like, and scare that guy. So you don't know what her taste will be, because my daughter is she's Russian, she's Congolese, she's Guinea-Bissau, she's Portuguese, she's all this at the same time. Her grandma is blonde with blue eyes, and my mother, she's a light skin, half Portuguese, half Congolese, and my father is Congolese, and her grandfather is from Guinea-Bissau, and so I don't even know what are gonna be her taste. Like, sometimes because I'm a guy with vision. So a guy like with vision thinks and feels and have conversation in his head about things that's gonna happen in 10, 15 years, 20 years. I don't live in the present. In the present, I'm just executing stuff. I'm just executing ideas that I have that I need to execute for what I'm gonna do in 5 years, 10 years. But it's the same thing for my children. Of course, I'm living and I'm enjoying every minute with her, but I'm sometimes I'm thinking of, when she's 14, 15, 16, and she brings me the first boyfriend or second, I don't know, like, and are we gonna have like virtual reality at that time, a metaverse? Like, where are we gonna be like in 10, 15 years? So in that future, how are our children going to live, and what kind of guy she will like? Is she gonna like guys like me, like singers, or is she gonna be into mathematicians, white guys, Spanish guys, Asian guys, black guys, brown guys, Australians? I don't know. Like, you see what I mean? Oh, girls. Maybe she said, Dad, I always felt like I was a guy trapped in a woman's body. I'm gonna be like, yo, let's sit down and talk about it. Like, you see what I mean? Is to be a father, and it's not something I discover with having a daughter, but to be a father, and everybody who have kids here know what I'm talking about. To be a father is realizing that there's so many things that you cannot control. There's so many things that all you can do is give guidance, explain the world to your children, explain to them right from wrong in your opinion, and they will do the rest. They will do the rest, because at a point they will have to make their own choices. You will make the choices for them until a certain point, and you will influence them into what is good, what is right, what you have to do or not. But at a certain point where they reach 12, 13, 14, they will start to be influenced by outside influences. Aunts, moms, friends, school, the internet. So you're gonna have to work on, especially in this world where, in the world where I grew up, I was looking for acceptance from the hip hop community, from the singers, the rappers, from my parents, and that's it. In the world of today, this generation is looking for acceptance and recognition from strangers on the internet. So your job as a parent is not just to give them the tools and to educate them and to give them the possibility to study in great places. Your goal as a parent, your role as a parent is also to insufflate in them self-esteem. So much self-esteem, so much idea that they are good people. They are on that level that they will not let the internet make them believe that they are not what they are. Personally, I grew up before the internet. When I was 7 years old, there was no cell phones. It was landlines. And I believe that it's sometimes I feel lucky, sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm too early. But at the same time, when I see the way the young men today reacts like little women when crypto goes down or whatever, the floor of whatever NFT goes down, or the crypto platform that they like is not doing whatever they want. I see them reacting like little girls. And I'm like, calm down, yo. Like, yo, take control of your feelings. But maybe it's because I was born in the world where the only people that I had to please were my dad, my mom, this uncle there, that uncle there, godfather, godmother, grandma, grandpa. That's it. And my only competition was my little brother, my bigger sister, who I was rapping with, my little brother I was playing video games with. Everybody else, they give a fuck your opinions. So when I got famous in 1998, when my first album came out, so that's 24 years ago now, gonna celebrate big next year. When I'm Ready came out, I discovered on the internet, I was already on the internet since 95 or something, like 96, I don't remember. I know I bought Kaysha.com in 96. But then when I got it, back then it was the forums, the social forums. I don't remember how we call it, the bulletin boards, where you would have so I would go and see, oh my God, my album just came out. Let me see what people think about my album. And that's when you hear about the strangers, and you hear you see people behind this. But I was already 24 when I got in front of opinions from strangers, because until then, to give my opinion, you have to come to my show, and after my show, be the girl I want to talk to. And maybe you would tell me, yo, I love your songs, I love the way you rap, or I love your dreadlocks. And I'd be like, yeah, thanks. See what I mean? But then the world opened where, oh shit, who are all these people? And why do I have... Thank you so much, Chiren Desil, for your support always. Thank you. As I was saying, We have a new stream royalty. Siren Desil is back on her throne with $31. Look at that. So I was saying, back when I got I discovered, I started promoting my album on the internet and going to African music, African hip hop. There was a place called africanhiphop.com, and there was another one called Vol Creole, where it was all about all the music from Zouk and Zouk R&B, etc. And now you see strangers talking about your music, and I was like, wait a minute. I was raised to respect people, meaning that even if I don't like what you do, it's not in my system to insult your work, because as a creator, you put your blood, sweat, and tears in there. And even if what you do is not on the level that I'm looking for, or it's not on my liking, it's not in my taste, it is still your work. It is still what you achieved as a creator, and your self-esteem is in there. So who am I to come and tell you, yeah, it's not good, or it's shit? Sometimes I hear stuff and I'm like, oh my God, this mix is horrible. But I'm gonna tell the person, work on your mix. Be careful with this, and this. The problem with your mix is this, and this. I'm gonna help you be better. But it was the first time that all of a sudden I ended up in front of a bunch of people who thought that they could talk to me in a way that they would never talk to me in the street. Like, because they would get slapped, not even by me, but the people that were around us. They would slap you if you talked a certain way back then. And on the internet, all of a sudden, bah. But back in the days, you could turn off the internet. It was not something that was so mainstream. It was not ubiquitous like today. So when I think about my daughter in 15 years, 12, even not 15 years, in 10 years, in 8 years, when she's 12, I'm thinking about she's going to grow up in a place where wherever she goes, maybe in her lenses, maybe in her glasses, she will have a news feed of the likes and whatever people think about her. And my mission here as a father is to show her and to give her the self-esteem today, and to tell her every day how she's loved, how she's amazing, how she's beautiful, how she must be proud of who she is and who her parents are, no matter whatever people say. So that when she goes online, and when we give her access, we give her the keys to her Instagram or whatever network will be the thing, or whatever the tool we use. Maybe it's going to be a tool in the ears, something in the eyes, who knows? Maybe it's going to be a cyber brain, I don't know. But so that she knows how to navigate. She knows how to navigate those places and understand that, listen, the opinions of strangers are just what they are, opinions from strangers. And they cannot, even if it's 1 million of them, they are still worth 5% of the 95% that is constituted by the opinions of your mother, your father, and your brother. Everybody else, it's just... But I know that because I had to go through it, right? I had to go through it with being famous for 25 years. So I kind of know how to navigate for her. I kind of know what to tell her. But it's going to be interesting conversations, like it's my kid, my son is 19 now. He turned out not so bad. Yeah, good kid. Only talks about football and video games and Discord. And my daughter, we'll see, But listen, happy birthday, baby girl. I love you so much. Gonna write so many more songs about you. And listen, can't believe she's 5 already. sometimes I'm like, yo, I'll make another one. Listen, if I don't make one in the next 2 years before I reach 50, I close shop. I'm done. But yeah, listen, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So we're gonna have a big party for her at Buddy's house Saturday. I can't wait. If you're in Lisbon, let me know. If I know you, of course. Don't know you, don't let me know nothing. I don't care. What's good, Saru? What's good? I'm telling you. Tu vois, je viens juste d'en parler. Look at that. Eh, pardon, c'est dur, hein? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like that flag. Damn, how do I do that flag in? Where is that? Hey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God. Non, j'ai pas lu la. Je suis pas les informations en France. MJ, what up? Thank you so much. You were listening to me preaching with your kids in your arm. That's what we have to do, bro. That's why we work every day and work. Wake up every day and work. When you have children, you follow their dreams, support them in their passion. This is the most important. Teach them what it means to be loved. I completely agree. Shiren des Îles, bonsoir. Glad you're here. Malcolm Bitzer was goody. Thank you so much. My wife is partying at the shisha. Let me see if she posted something. Let me see what she posted. Oh, she didn't post. Oh, some promo only. She's gonna post tomorrow. Maybe she's gonna post on her other Instagram. Oh, nice. Let me see. I know she's only posting promo. This is what my wife is posting. Instead of posting her daughter, it's what she's posting. She's outside. All right. With her sister. All right, well. She did some very, very nice photo of Ashia. So she's gonna... Oh, look at my son is always have strange photos. Everybody say hi to my son. So yeah, listen. Happy birthday, Ashia. And let's get into it. I have a few things I want to talk to you about. I have a long list of things I want to talk to you about because I was not... Listen. So listen. Why I was not there Sunday. Was it just Sunday? It was just on Sunday. Because Wednesday, my daughter was like, I have a pimple. I was like, okay, well, you know, it was a strange pimple, but and was like, okay, oh my God, must be allergy something. And it turned out that she had varicelle, chicken pox. So we had to, I had to take her to the hospital just to make sure it was that. Once they told me it was that, so call the school, blah 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 blah. Start putting. Look at him talking in real. Bien sûr, tu peux venir dire bonjour. So yeah, so there was so first, second, and third day she was fine, and all of a sudden it came out everywhere on her face. Here she had a bunch, like the whole body, and the back not so much, and a little bit on the legs. But right now everything is dry already, and the doctor already said that she can go back to school, because now it's just just putting her cream to make sure that she's not gonna scratch them and they're not gonna dry and leave scars. That's the only difference right now. So yeah, on that front, that's why, you know, last Sunday I was like, I don't know. Last Sunday I was, I don't know. Yeah, so you know, yeah.
Bonjour, comment vous allez le chat? Bon, yes.
Ciao. That was Baby Boy. So yeah. So now she's everything is fine. As I was saying, now everything is fine. She's about to go back to she's about to go back to school tomorrow, and she's gonna be ready for her birthday party Saturday, which was the most important for us, that she was healed before. It was not that bad. It was just that, you know, a lot of pimples everywhere all of a sudden, and then they got dry. So, but I don't have it here, but we gave her something from Aven. It's a cream that really first I had a spray that really dries the pimples quick, and then I had a cream that is like a same thing that we would put for tattoos, just to make sure that everything lives without leaving scars. So we'll see now how we will go in the next 2-3 days. We're gonna make sure that she continues to be very hydrated on her skin. But yeah, you know, the good thing is now it's done, because from what I heard, you get that shit only once. So yeah. Yeah, you know. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's why, you know, that's why I'm at a point, the fact that actually the day that I was supposed to, I think I've worked all night. I'm working on a new 10,000 PFP NFT collection that I'm gonna call Smooth Kitties, and Smooth Kitty. And as I was just drawing and designing stuff, and I was having so many ideas of how to make truly 10,000 completely unique elements, I woke up, like I only slept like 2-3 hours, and I was like, okay, it's time for me to sleep. And then that's when she really started having all these pimples. So I took her to the hospital just to check. We ended up staying 2 hours there, and when we came back, it was already the night. And then I don't know what I did. I had to wake up super early to take care of her, etc. So I really lost a lot of sleep. So when it was time to do Club Shada, I slept all day. Then I had a meeting, but I went to my meeting like late, and when I arrived home, it was already 1 a.m. and I was like, am I going live at 1 a.m.? I don't know. And then I was like, listen, tomorrow. And then the next day again, I had to deal with all that. So that's how I just I just moved this show to later, to today. So yeah, what happened last week? For those who know, I don't know if you know, first of all, are you feeling good? If you're feeling good, in the chat, put some rainbows. Then after that, wait, I'm gonna have to send some money. Don't mind me. Enjoy the music. Okay, this is done. All right. Yeah. So, I watched. So listen, I have a listen. I have a lot of things to talk about today because I missed one episode. So I might not talk about everything tonight, but I'm gonna try to talk about everything. So maybe I will stay less on everything, but I want to talk about maybe not the crypto winter. I think I'm gonna keep this for Sunday. I want to talk to you about a series that I watched that I loved. I want to talk to you about my new NFT collection that I dropped. I want to talk to you about. No, I'm not going to talk about this. I have something that I tweeted about, and I had a debate with somebody on Twitter that I just said money can buy happiness, but it's better to be rich than poor still. So, and it was a great debate because some people believed, nah, you have to be poor and happy. It's more important to be happy. And some people are like, yeah, well, listen, money can help. But I think it's a whole show. So I'm not going to talk about this today. But I'll talk to you about the sleeves. I'll talk to you about Obi-Wan. I want to talk to you about the return of dance culture. And I want to talk to you about the verses between Omarion and Mario. And but the thing is, when it just happened, I was more fresh with my opinion about the verses. But so if for those who don't know, the verses, which is the verses. It's something that it's interesting how a lot of things that started, even this show, that started during the pandemic and especially during the quarantine, a lot of these, everything had to change just because the people who were here watching this show, for example, during the pandemic, a lot of them, they had to go back to a normal work. So a lot of people that were in the chat back then, they're not here anymore, right? Because at that time, we were just doing shows anytime, and it was earlier too. And everybody lost sense of time and having to sleep at a certain time because we were all trapped at home, the whole world. So the verses at that time was people calling each other on the internet, on Instagram, and playing a playlist of the songs that they have. So I did one, everybody did one. It was great, it was cool. And it actually broke a lot of record of live from Instagram. I mean, yes and no, because the Brazilians, like, it's funny how when Americans break a record, for them, like, you say, oh, this is the record of the world. No, it's in America. Brazilians had 1 million people watching way before you guys, just because of the size of their country. Same on YouTube. When I was like, oh, I have 1 million people watching. Listen, those people had 20 million people watching. But yeah, anyway, that's not the subject. This show, especially, has been sold to Triller. This show became a show that is now like basically a full-fledged concert, and everybody has been talking about it because of all the drama by Ray J, who came, was drunk, completely sang off note his songs, and the aggressivity of the people during the verses. Not that people are talking their talk, but I don't know. They were like, I think what I didn't like about these verses was the lack of professionalism, like by everybody. Not the fact that I understand it's not a show. It's more like it's a show, but it's more like, oh, this is my song. I understand, but there was a real lack of preparation. That's really what I felt. It was a lack of preparation. It felt like there was no rehearsal. There was no, even if you rehearse on your side. And so everybody has been dragging Ray J, Omarion, especially those two, because I believe that Omarion came there thinking that I'm gonna win. I'm Omarion, and I think highly of myself and and I'm in LA. And Mario came like on a mission. I was like, I'm gonna sing. And it was very interesting because it reminded me of so many Zouk shows that I did, where, yeah, I came sometimes and I see, sometimes you do this show and you have people who they want to perform last because they believe that it proves that they are the best. I'm the superstar, whatever. And me, like, when you have all the smaller artists performing, and then they tell you in the three bigger ones, when it's a plateau, they're like, so who's Kaysha, are you gonna play last? And then you got someone, no, why would he play last? I'm more famous. Me, I was always like, no problem, I'll play first. Because listen, I always say to myself, I'd rather have a public that is fresh than a public that have been here watching people for 2 hours, because that public is tired. I'd rather have you fresh when you still have voice to yell my name. And those people never understood that. I don't perform to prove something to anybody, and I don't even feel like I'm in competition with most of the people I find myself on stage with. So that's what I felt about this whole thing. And I think it's a lack of respect as an artist, and I've seen it in my career a lot. To come on stage drunk, I think it's a lack of respect for the people who paid their tickets to come see you perform. If you have 100 people, 500, 1,000, 10,000, and more people who are coming to see you sing, or to see you perform, or to see you dance, or to see you lip sync, whatever it is, I mean, you have to respect that and at least be on your best behavior and not drunk or on whatever substance. And it's interesting, people say, yeah, but the great numbers. Listen, the more people are watching you, the more you have to give a good impression, because to me, it was not how you're representing R&B. It's not this. To me, it's just, when I look at a show, I'm not able to look at a show as a normal person. I'm always going to look at a show as a professional. I'm always going to look at a show as a label owner, as somebody who not only worked on his own shows, but also somebody who worked on shows for other people, and somebody who has been on both sides, on stage or off stage, as the person on the side who is responsible and having his artists perform, and sometimes being the performer myself, both live or playback. And there's so many tools today that sometimes you don't understand. Like, I've seen a lot of artists in my career give excuses about, I could not hear myself, the sound here, the sound that. Yes, it is completely possible. But this is why you prepare yourself. Listen, back when I was doing rap shows, I would just come with some a DAT, so there was a digital cassette with instrumentals in there, and we would rap on them. And sometimes we would write the songs in the afternoon and perform them at night. When I start doing something a little more professional in TV, everything was always lip sync, just for timing purposes. On TV, your mic is not even open, so when you're singing your song, you don't even need to use your vocals, like just. But it's part of TV, right? In clubs, in the Zouk world, it's the same. It's the same thing. I mean, your microphone is open, but still, you have you're singing on top of your vocals. So if you're not comfortable singing, or if you can't sing or whatever, you can sing under your vocals. Like, and people are not here to hear you prove anything. They're here to see you, enjoy the show, listen to the music as a CD. Now, if you're in a big live concert, it's different. When you're in a big live concert, that's where you have to sing right, etc., etc. And listen, personally, when I do a big live concert, I don't think about me or what I'm gonna prove. I'm thinking about the public and what they're gonna listen to. So the first thing I do is I get this. I don't want to hear sound coming from I don't know where that I cannot control. I want to hear the sound of the band, my backing tracks, everything in here, inside of my head. And I want to hear myself singing the same way I'm hearing myself talking to you now. Whatever I say in the microphone, I want to hear it here. I don't want to hear it here and there. No. I want to hear the chords. I want to hear the tonality. And another thing that I do is I bring something that you call auto-tune live. Auto-tune live, and you can put it at various levels. But what it does, if you sing and let's say your note goes a little bit whatever, it will put them back in the right place. And depending on the how much you put it, maybe you can hear it, it's gonna be like or maybe it's gonna sound very natural. But as a performer, it's a great tool to help you the same way you put reverb, EQs, and delay in your vocals. Like right now, the sound that you're hearing is going through 4 plugins. Because, yeah, I want this show to sound great. And some artists that I know, they don't need auto-tune. And it's fine. And they sing, and like all they need is to be able to hear themselves. So to these people, when they say, "Oh, I was not hearing myself," I said, "Bro, why don't you invest in a system where you have ears that goes to your pocket? In your pocket, you have a receiver, and then in the soundboard, there's an emitter that is sending you everything you need to hear. A mix specially for you with the music and your voice, so you can control exactly what you are singing, and you can know if you are on tune and not, etc." This to me is the first time I did a live show. That's the first thing I did. That's the first thing I invested in. Let me show you how it sounds. For example, for example, 2012. Let me see. Let me see if the sound of Chrome is open for you guys. Oh, now it is. Let me. All right. So, for example, Mountain of Inspiration was good. I hope you're doing good. So look, for example, let let me see if, oh yeah, perfect. For example, on this show, I'm in Mozambique. I'm performing with a band. We live, and I have my microphone is going to a computer. Computer is treating my voice and is also fixing the bad notes if there are some. And that's a great tool. So on that show, the vocals were coming from the those things on the side, the big speakers on the side. The in French we say les retours. I don't know how you say in forgot how you say in English. But for example, in Cape Verde, I remember doing a show where I had my phone, my sound in my ears. And there I was really comfortable. So I think it's this one. So stupid, I'm not even showing you the image. Wait. You see my pocket here? In my pocket, I have, so I was running. I was not, I was not controlling my brain, but you see in my pocket, I got a receiver that is sending me all the music plus my vocals and here. And on the left, you can see a computer. The computer is receiving my voice and trying to help me. And even for just in term of how you call this, just in terms of confidence, it gives you more confidence when you know that you have a little bit of you have a tool that is helping you. It's like a security net. And I don't even know why. I mean, listen, if you're good at your vocals, you don't have to. But if you're not sure, or if you're like me, you're not a singer. I'm not a singer. I've always seen myself as a rapper, as a beat maker. Yeah, I can sing some songs, but I'm not somebody who learned. I never took any vocal lesson ever in my life. So I just do what I feel. And I believe that if you're there, of course, the more you do, the more you learn. But if you're live in front of people, use that shit to help you. So you don't sound like this guy. But he was drunk, so it's different. But yeah, so that's where, you know, as I was watching it, I was a little bit, I was like, damn, why at that level, on that level of money, why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys like, I mean, and some of them were amazing, right? But there was a little bit too much aggressivity. Felt very like rappers, and he felt very. The presenter was doing a great job before the shows and in between the shows, but even in between the show, he was talking, doing comments. That was like, I'm trying to enjoy these people singing songs that I grew up on, and yeah. Other than Lil Sammy and Mario showed like, yo, listen, came here to sing. And Mario, as you could see, he had his earpieces. He didn't come here to show off. He came here to sing. And for an R&B verses, I got really, like, I would say disappointed. It was very entertaining, but I was disappointed as a content owner, as a person who did work with other people. I was a little bit like, yeah, you guys, I don't know. So that's how I felt about it. And yeah. And then yeah, when I saw Mario versus me, I'm a big fan of Mario, way more than Omarion. I don't really know his thing. I was not a B2K fan, especially. I was more, I think he was the generation after me already. But Mario Let Me Love Me, You Let Me Love You is one of my favorite songs ever. And yeah, when Omarion thought that doing dance move was better than singing the songs, I think that he didn't understand the assignment. It was a verses. You have to me, the way I see your verses is like show off your catalog and sing the best songs so people can decide like who's the winner and all in all celebrate yourselves as artists. And this one turned out to be some strange savagery, because there's a lot of things that those people have to talk about, and a lot of fuckery that probably happened these last 20 years, and you can feel that there's a lot of resentment, maybe not between Mario and Omarion, but apparently between Omarion and everybody else. And like, yeah, it was you know. And Ray J, listen, come on, like. But I loved when he was on Joe Budden explaining that, yo, he was the Casamigo or something. It was something that he drank. He was just drunk. He was drunk on stage. And come on, like, I mean, there's something about and then, yeah, you know, like I don't fantasize the rock star behavior. I personally don't. I believe that when people pay to come see you perform, you give your best, even if it's 10 people. That's the way I see it. But listen, some people enjoyed, some didn't. Me, I know that I didn't watch until the end because it started at 3 a.m. here, and at 4 or 5 hours, I was like, I'm out. I'm done. But yeah, let me remove these from my list of things that I want to talk about. I want to ask a question about Drake and Beyonce. So you know that Drake released, we talked about it, Drake released a dance album, I Like It. And then Beyonce also released a dance single. So I believe that if two of the biggest pop stars are releasing dance projects, I think everybody else gonna follow. That's how I work usually. And I was asking myself, is it the return of dance culture? And if it is, I'm happy. And if it is, are you happy? Like, do you enjoy the music of today? Because I think the music went very dark, very trap, very, especially the last few days, everybody is in the trap drill thing. and there's some great stuff coming out. But I mean, personally, I never stopped listening to deep house music, and the different African variations of that, like I'm a piano, just because as a playlist curator is something that I always have to do. But I feel that in the mainstream, it's been a long time since we had like good dance music, like, you know. And me, listen, I grew up on Adeva, Soul to Soul. And Soul to Soul wasn't house music; it was more like soul R&B-ish. But Adiva, da da dee da 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 dee, all these songs, Inner City, Good Life, those are the songs I grew up on. So I'm really a house music fan. Like, I'm not a connoisseur. I would not be like Bodhisattva is somebody who understands, that knows the genre, etc. Me, I'm just a guy who enjoy that music. And you know, just a second. Or if she's telling me that she's going to the club. Yo, so as I was saying, as somebody who grew up listening to dance music and you know, like the fact that you have that let's see. Yeah, so the return of dance music to me is a good thing, because I think the music has been very dark. There's been pop and stuff, but I think that R&B artists, everything was very drill and everything was very dark in the black music in general, from America, and everybody followed. Whereas here, personally, us in Africa and Portugal, these places, yeah, we've been into the Afro house, we've been into the Amapiano, we've been into our Afro beats and stuff. Like we had our festive songs, right? But the fact that those giants set the direction that way, I think it's gonna be great for us. But I think it's gonna be also great for music as well. Like, because yeah, listen, I love me some good house music. So yeah, you like the new Beyonce? I would say that it's not that I didn't like it in the beginning, but I thought that compared to the Drake one, I felt a little underwhelmed by the production. The song is great, but I don't know. But to me, it does me this a lot with Beyonce's songs. The first time, I'm like, okay. Then the second time, I'm like, Then the third time, I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, yeah. But one thing I love about that single was the bridge. That's the moment where there's the bridge. I would have loved that the song stayed like that until the end, because the bridge is beautiful in that song. But yeah, it's a cool song. I can remove that one. Other than that, quickie, I watched a series on Disney Plus called Obi-Wan. It was about Obi-Wan Kenobi for the Star Wars fans. I loved it. Not all of it, but yeah, it was cool to see Obi-Wan and Vader fight again. And you know, again, it made me think of something. Like, it's crazy how you have kind of factions in the Star Wars fans. You have the ones who are who were born or discovered Star Wars at my age, and those one tend to want to see and to have Star Wars feel a certain way because for them it's a way of life. And then you have those from the prequels, so was born maybe 20 years after or 10 years after, and for them their heroes are of course Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but also Qui-Gon, and they are more into some characters like Ahsoka, like Ezra Bridger, like some of the Dave Filoni verse, I would say. I'm nerding a little bit, but you know, every time those series play, I like to watch the commentary of other people, and it's interesting how, whether it is for Game of Thrones or for Star Wars, every time an episode airs, you have a legion of directors, writers, like people on the internet who decide that they would have done better. So they complain all the time about things, and it feels like they cannot enjoy something anymore. And I'm not gonna say that this show was perfect and nobody can criticize it, but it's just that sometimes, like, some people feel like they believe that it's their role to criticize because that's like, it kind of make them money to do it, or because they're famous because of that. And sometimes I just want to tell people, just enjoy, just enjoy. And yeah, it's not going to be the way you want and whatever, and you didn't write the story, so yeah, listen. And yeah, we're not in the 70s, we're in 2022. Just enjoy. And yeah, not everything is going to be perfect. I would love, like, there's some things like, yeah, I was not a fan of the Reva storyline, not because of the story itself, but I think I would have killed her at the end. I think it would have made more sense. I think it would have give her like that redemption. It's just that, I don't know, there was something off about it, but not enough to make me like go crazy about the thing. And maybe because I'm somebody, I enjoy stuff. I'm not a fan of things. I like to enjoy stuff, so maybe that's why I'm detached. But yeah, listen, it was a great series. If I were you, you should check it out, even if I spoiled it for you. Oof. What else we got? How's everybody? You doing good? If you're still doing good, put me some Rambos in the chat, everybody, because I'm here just going through the news. That's crazy. And then I want to talk to you about today's subject. But actually, what I'm gonna talk to you about is tied to today's subject. So wow, look at that, sold out. Sorry, I'm watching somebody just did there's only one. Oh, there's 1,000 of them. Okay, that's cool. How much were they? Let me check it out. History. They were sold at 150 each, and there was 1,000 of them. All right. So that's cool. Me like that. Okay, interesting. I have to check that out well. But look, so I have airdropped to, so on crypto.com. So for those, wait, let me look at your comment about Obi-Wan first. I watched Obi-Wan yesterday. It was all right. It just had some plot issues that could have been better, but that was not too nice to watch. But at that point, my expectations are really low. Personally, my favorite show from the Star Wars TV series are The Mandalorian. I also liked Solo, but for some reason, people didn't show up for it. Maybe people were bitter about that JJ horrible trilogy, but yeah, as I said, there was some stuff that could have been a little, but yeah, it was nice to watch. Like, that's what I say. Like, some people maybe should just watch stuff and just enjoy. So I just released a collection of 1,000 NFTs called the Sleeves, but that collection is not a collection that people bought. It's a collection that people received for free. So on crypto.com, I did two drops that were successfully sold out, and everybody that has an NFT that they own of in their wallet that I created received one of the sleeves for free. So there was a 945 and 415 people received them, and it's very interesting. I'm really happy that people I do agree. So everybody has received, so it's my first generative project. So what a generative project is, like, more or less, it's the same drawing that you do, but you always have something different, and they call it traits. So skin colors. So for example, if I want to see every NFT with the golden eyes, I click here, and now you see all of them with the golden eyes. Ooh, this one is hot. You see, if I want to see everybody with the let me see. What is this? If I want to see, for example, everybody with the skin that is brown, for example, here they are. So that's 945 NFTs, and it's very exciting to see what people are doing with them. A lot of them are still being open, discovering that they received them, and a lot of them are selling them between $20 and $80, and it generates for me 10% on every sale that people do. And to me, the way I'm doing this collection is I'm seeing it more like a test of things to come, of the strategies that I'm going to apply in the NFT business. And it brings me to want to talk to you about, which are money generating assets. I believe that, and I believe it even more than back in the days. back in the days, the more important thing was to release something and try to make people buy the most of it, and then you would stop making them. So in our business, as I told you before, we were doing albums. So you would record 10 to 15 songs, and we would put them in an object, which was the CD, and then we will distribute it to stores, and stores had to sell them. And once the store had sold all the 20 copies you gave them, they would order another 20 copies, and they would pay you for the 20 copies. And for every copy you sold, you got $10. So you sell 20 copies, that's $200. Amazing. And it costs you $2 to print them in the factory. So that was the business of yesterday. And when you had an album, your goal was to make 30,000, 40,000 copies, as independent that we were in the Afro-Caribbean business. The goal was to do your copies. And once everything was sold, you were cooling, because you would sell 30,000 albums, it would be 300,000 of revenue. So all this, I think, got shattered. And it's interesting what I'm seeing in the NFT business right now. I believe that the expertise I have in selling music and navigating the transformation from the CD business to the streaming business puts me in a very interesting position to see what's going on with NFTs, because you have like an abundance of 10,000 pieces collections, and people are just trying to sell you 10,000 pieces, pretend to you that there's some utility or there's a roadmap and all that bullshit that people are asking you, and the only thing they want is to take your money. And then you must have a Discord, and in your Discord you create a community, and like this is a whole kermesse of people pretending that, no, I'm here for the community. Oh no, I'm here. Listen, I'm here for the art personally. You do you. It's cool. But sometimes I listen to people and I'm like, what's wrong with all these people? Like, wait. So finding a community is great. Don't get me wrong. But what? So if you buy 10 projects, you have to be in 10 Discords and 10 communities and talk with all these people. Like, and with the market, the crypto market going down right now, a lot of these people who are here to just get your money and pretend to you that they have, this community, that thing, this thing, you realize it's just like, people doing marketing so they can take your money. And listen, if you can buy 10 pieces at 150 each or 300 each, that's 3 million. So there's a lot of greed. These guys I'm here for the community, I'm here for this, I'm here for that. And this is why I say, like Sabet says, the roadmap for me is art. The roadmap is the art. Like, I'm here to give you sometimes, and sometimes sell you art. And if you enjoy it, stay. If you don't, move on. Don't come to me with, what is the rarity list? What is like, yo. Yeah, but what's the utility of your token? What's the gamification? And it's not that I don't like it or I don't believe that there's something interesting there. That's not the point. It's just that you're not going to oblige and force everybody in thinking that the Web3 is about that. Like, some people just want to be artists and you have to let them be. And as collectors, you also have to step up and say, yeah, listen, I'm a collector, I want to support artists. And as an artist, you have to position yourself. And because there's a lot of people who are positioning themselves into, yeah, listen, I'm going to give you utility, then I'm going to have this token. And because there's a lot of people who come to buy. Cool. But I believe, listen, this is a business channel. It's a music channel. It's an arts channel. This is a business channel. And, you know, as a creator of art, an independent creator of art, I believe that what you have to focus on, if you are a creator, is money generating assets. This is what matters to you as a creator. And I understand that a lot of creators are scared of money, or they're scared of the idea of working for money because, yeah, they want to drink water and live naked in the streets and pretend that they are, you know, like, oh, this. Listen, you want to pay your rent or not? If you want to pay your rent, you have to ask yourself a few questions that are simple. How much is my rent? Your rent is what? 1,000? Less? 500? More? 2,000? All right. Let's keep it simple. Your rent is at 1,000, right? You are a singer. Let's say you are a singer and a performer. Let's say that every time you do a show, you get paid, I don't know, 500. So you need 2 shows to have a roof over your head. So this is your asset. Your asset is the ability to perform and to be a good performer. And the market has decided that they will pay you 500 for this ability to entertain the crowd in their club or their concert. So now you know your mission. You need 3 shows every month. 2 to pay the rent, 500, that's the rent, and another 500 to pay for leisure and basic costs like electricity, water, gas, and night out, cinema, and whatever else. So the question you have to ask yourself is, am I generating that money with my assets? And if you're not, that's what you have to focus on. So if you're a singer and you are putting your, let's say you're not a singer, let's say you are a YouTuber. You want to do YouTube video or you want to live from it or not. It's the same thing. How many views do I need to do on YouTube to get 2,000? Can be between 700 to 1,000,005. That's the number of views that you have to do every month to get that money and pay your rent. So the question here becomes, can I do it from one video or can I do it from 100 videos? And everybody will choose their path, but reality will check everybody anyway. So the question here is, some people, every video they do make 20K, 100K, 1,000,000 views. Those people are in a special bracket in YouTube and their videos bring a lot of money in. Then you have the rest of the world, all of us. If every time you do a video you have 30 to 100 or 200 views, to make 1,000,000 views, it takes a little more time. Same thing when you do music with streams. It's the same thing. You must build a catalog, and that catalog will at a point generate the amount of money you need. And you have to stop seeing your work as art. You have to be an artist and see your work as art as you are doing it. But once it's done, you have to stop seeing it as art, and you have to see it as an asset. And that asset generates money. And look at the beauty of it. When you go on Spotify, you realize that, oh, this song generates $10 every month. You're going to be like, oh, only? No, that's amazing. Because this song generates money. This NFT generates utility. This NFT generates gifts. This NFT unlocks to me access to clubs, one-on-one conversation, a badge somewhere. Like, all these things are things that you have to think about as a creator, so that you are able to generate money from your assets and be able to pay your rent. And personally, that's how I see everything I do. The songs are the songs. Listen, it doesn't mean that the way I see them remove them from what they are. It continues to be a beautiful song, but the way I see them as a content owner is money generating assets. My songs, my t-shirts that I sell on Shada wear, my YouTube videos, etc. You know that YouTube tells me that if I click here, there's an ad that shows up that is inserted, but I don't know if it works. But it said ad inserted. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, all these things are money generating assets. And very interesting. What up, my brother Damu? To end this conversation, because I'm tired, and I'm blurry. There you go. Where do I see this NFT business in 5 years? That's interesting. I look at the NFT business and the things that are going on. I look at it the same way as I looked 20 years ago or 15 years ago in the music business. A lot of hype in the beginning, then the bubble explodes, and then the real world begins. Because until now, there's been a lot of hype and a lot of scammers, and a lot of people who are here, and a lot of greed, a lot of people who are here, like, and there's also a strong community of artists and collectors, artists who believe that they finally have a voice and they finally can expose their work online, and no need to have a gallery dictating what they have to do. And at the same time, all these people are cohabiting with, especially because you have the collectors, people who made it in crypto, etc., who are willing to pay for the emotion that a work is giving them, right? And those people, yeah, they are the one who gonna give you the money that your asset has generated. And some of those people, they found themselves, and then it became success story because some Bitcoin millionaire bought something for a certain amount of millions, etc. This created the NFT hype probably a year and a half ago, and then it goes up, it grows, and then it's a bubble. At a point, it explodes and it goes down. And where to me it becomes interesting is that I've seen this in the music industry. I've seen us where there was a lot of money because it was only 10 or 20 of us in the Zouk industry, and we were in control of everything. And then in the streaming business, there's algorithms who take control, and all you can do is make quality music and let the algorithms find the people. And And actually, we make more money this way because we understand that as long as we have a certain numbers of money generating assets, we can make money and pay our rents. But because of the hype, there's a lot of noise because everybody is trying to take your money. So everybody is here with the Twitter and some like this. The crypto spaces in the NFT space on Twitter are funny as hell. You got people every day, they wake up and they say, we all gonna make it. When they know it's not true, that's not how life is made. You know, we're not gonna all make it. Some of us will, and some of us won't. This is how it is. But there's this huge enthusiasm of people thinking that, yeah, we're all gonna sell our work. And that's great to feel this way. But I would call it motivation, but people turn it into a belief. And with all the noise, all the scammers, all the people promising stuff, I believe that it is what is going on right now. The fact that the crypto dive is a good flush. It let the market breathe a bit, and it also has an effect on a lot of people who are like, damn, there's no more money here. Let me go scam my way to the next thing. Good riddance. And a lot of people who are just here to flip NFTs. Listen, nothing against that. But some of these people, they've seen power flippers. I don't know how you call them. Those who flip every day a lot, and then they really made some nice money for themselves. And they have an army of people who are trying to become rich. And I think where I see NFTs from now, I see it maturing because it's a business that is in its infancy right now. And you know, for a lot of people, a non-fungible token, an NFT, is a JPEG, is some drawing that you can buy. But it's not an NFT. This is only a little bit of what NFTs are. An NFT can just be a contract. It's a smart contract. It can be a contract between me and you, where I'm telling you, hey, listen, we singing this song and you getting 50% of the lyrics, 50% of the lyrics because we both rap. I get 50% and I get 100% of the writing. So I would say 25 and 50% of the composing because I made the beat. And now the things are clear. But those things today, we do it on papers, we do it online in all these different repositories called LaSSM, ASCAP, etc., etc. But this could be an NFT. This could be an NFT that is attached to a song, so that whenever a song makes money on the blockchain, your rights, your copyrights might be distributed a minute after your song has played on the radio. All these things are possible, and all these are different avenues that we have to explore. Because for a lot of people, NFT is just, yeah. So we'll see in 5 years. I believe the maturation is going to be very interesting because the people who will stay in the space will be rewarded. So yeah, we'll see, you know. Listen, my guys, I'm really tired. I really need to go get some sleep. But I think I talked about a lot of things, so that's cool. And yeah. Stay hidden. What you mean? Error. Try again. What's wrong with this thing? Well, anyway, maybe this comment was us. Oh, it's gone already. Okay, cool. Listen, if you enjoy this show, give me some unicorns in the chat. It's good to be back at work. I can't wait for in 2 days. I have my daughter's birthday, and I have my what do you call this? I have my daughter and my mom is coming. My mom is coming, my little brother is coming, and my sister is coming for Aisha's birthday. So that's super cool. I'm gonna be with my family. I'm gonna be with my mom for 2 weeks. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. But I'll make sure that Sunday I'm here to celebrate with you guys after and show you the party. I'm gonna vlog it, of course. I gotta edit a lot of vlogs. I'm late on my vlogs. I think my vlogs are still in June of last year, so I have to upload, edit and upload some vlogs. But I really definitely first need to get some sleep, so that's what I'm gonna do now. Especially that my wife it's 2 a.m. Yeah, and my wife is in the club tomorrow. She's supposed to take my daughter to school. Depending on what time she goes, maybe it's gonna be me having to do this, so I'd rather get some sleep first. But yeah, let me see what I'm gonna play you to leave you. I'm gonna play you a track by, I said it's a region of house music. Let's go. I'm gonna play you a track called I love that track. Where is it? It's called Where I Dwell. There you go. It's called Where I Dwell by Monsieur de Shada, aka me. And it's a dope track. So Shada gang, I will see you Sunday, and we'll see what we talk about. We have some nice things I want to talk about, and I have some guests that I want to invite to this channel. I have to take them, so maybe I'll pre-record some stuff. I'm also asking myself before I go if I'm gonna take the holiday off and just come live from time to time from the holiday house. So because I have from the 15th of August until the 24th, I'm gonna be on holiday with my family. So maybe I will do Club Shada from the swimming pool, or maybe I'll just come back. I'll just come back in 2 weeks. But even if we know that, like you have to put content. So either I will put some pre-recorded content that I will do before leaving. Maybe I will record a bunch of conversation with people. So it's not gonna be live, but they will play at the normal Club Shada times, or maybe earlier. I don't know. I'm gonna think about what I'm gonna do. Maybe I will just pre-record like 4 episodes and just play them while I'm away, or I'll do live. And like it also depends of the internet of the house when I leave. But for now, we still have the whole month of July to think about it. Lisbon, and especially the south of Portugal, Faro, Portimao, Algarve, all that area is about to be swarmed with people because there's the Afro Nation Festival happening, and it's gonna be some great artists. So this is the Club Shada, brought to you by Shada, where the gods of good fortune, and I'm playing you a track called Where I Dwell. Peace out, my people. And again, my baby Ashia, happy birthday. My daddy loves you.